It almost looked like it was on the gunslinger chart.
Yeah, I think it's up.
All right. Yep. All right. Up. All right. All right. Already popping about 100 on Twitter. All right. Let's do this. Music down a little bit. Crypto Chat Live. Let's bring up the gang. I'm Joe. Keith in the middle in New York. I'm in the side of the road in Fort Lee.
Side of the road.
Right over the George Washington Bridge in New York, and Sean Neal is in Delaware hanging out, and we're going to talk some crypto. Because the markets, November is always a boom month, and everybody's excited for November. Today we're at about 2.6 trillion, right? I think it's 2.6 trillion market cap today, which is pretty good. Everything's in the red right now, but that's usually after dinner. That doesn't mean anything's going down. Bitcoin kind of consolidating sideways at 60. Ethereum at 42. So everything's kind of been like this for about a week now. All very good news for us. If you go to Trade the Chain, everything's kind of looking kind of neutral and bullish. The hottest ones on Twitter today: Loopring, Alchemy Pay, Solana. We've all heard about Solana, Ocean Protocol, but these are just things that people are tweeting about. This is a kind of cool, nice way to see what people are talking about positively or negatively on the web. And Keith's favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, we never did the intro, did we, Joe?
I said samples.
You did. Good on you, man. Really, really good. I like the first one.
Yeah, I thought the first one was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Here's your fear and greed, Keith. Take it over.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, look at that. I mean, again, I get so tempted when I look at it. Like, that's been now consistently pegged to right about 80, for several weeks. I think that's wonderful in terms of stability standpoint, and good market strength. But I tell you, the contrarian in me, gets worried when things feel complacent. But look, right here, right now, that's beautiful.
It's almost like capitulation for fear and greed. Sideways.
Yeah.
Moonvember. That's what I'm calling this.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. I'm gonna use that.
So,
30 days of green.
30 days of green. You think so,
Well,
huh?
That's the sprint. That's the sprint to 100K.
That's typically what happens in November, though. So this is a good sign.
Yep.
And, this market moves by sentiment, as we've seen so far. And the sentiment is that it moves in November.
And we have enough, the market is mature enough to have those kinds of directional sentiments. We were at this for 3 years plus or minus now since, 2018, right? So we have enough history to say, oh, okay, it's going to go up in November because it always goes up in November. It's going to go up in November.
It's going to go in November. Yep. Because Twitter says it. Here you go.
Because Twitter says it until it doesn't.
I mean,
so it must be true.
Well, Sean, you said when you were at Merrill Lynch, you guys created an algorithm that did that sort of thing, where it kind of looked at the news articles and the positive and negative. This seems like that's what Trade the Chain kind of does. Look at it. I mean, you ever think of this? This is basically what you had done. So it's basically talking about Twitter and the Twitter sentiment across the board.
But we looked at words like, really any word. We did a full text analysis and looked at every single word. And of course, all the correlation is on the negative side. But yeah, it's very, very, topic driven. If people say it's going to go up, then it goes up. It's kind of crazy.
And I think that's what your moon phase says.
Yeah. You know what? We need a Discord bot for that. Maybe we should.
Okay, sorry.
Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying something and I interrupted.
No, I just said maybe we could make a Discord bot for the moon phases of crypto or something like that. I'm gonna put that in the back of my mind.
No, I think that'd be hilarious. We get
Yeah.
that astrologer crypto girl on here.
Yeah.
Follow her, I haven't even got a chance to look through the markets today and see what's going on. This should be a big month for Bitcoin though, because Bitcoin is getting smart contracts.
Sort of, you know.
Well, at least that's what the news says. That's the newest update. Or
Yeah.
You're laughing at it.
Because it's not really smart contracts. I mean, you know, it's not smart contracts in any meaningful sense of the word, where you can do really sophisticated interaction with the chain. It's, you know, Taproot, you know, is gonna allow some extended capability, particularly around multi-sig, but you know, it's mostly more about privacy and kind of like mixing more than really adding true functionality in terms of like being able to write a program. It's nothing like Solana or Cardano. Or
Do you think they're pushing this for the news?
No, I think they're privacy focused, right? So they're doing it for the privacy.
But to me, it seems like Bitcoin is the least private at this point, in many ways.
No, I think I think there's a number of unknown billionaires out there. Yeah, I think it's still pretty private. I mean, I don't know how many, you know, the cold wallets there are necessarily versus hot wallets, meaning how much Bitcoin is at, let's say, Coinbase or KuCoin or Binance. That'd be an interesting statistic, you know. Let's see how many coins are banked at, you know, some place where you'd have to have KYC.
Yeah.
In, you know, less than 20%. I would guess.
I'm kind of zipping through the markets, trying to see who else is out there. Quiet night tonight. I think it's because we got on a little later. Solana and Shiba surged 12%. And this Shiba, you guys shocked? Shiba's still going. I think Jalus and Puncraft are the reason why they're so hot on it. Solana and Shiba surged 12%. Bitcoin is paying 62%.
Let me look here. Let's see.
Yeah, just when you think it's got no more room to run, it does.
Number 9.
You know, it's funny you say that. I've been looking at what's after Shiba, and I keep on looking at different. Did you see the one that's already rug pulled that was out for about 3 days? Was that Korean Squid Game? They rug pulled it within a week. There was a Squid Game token. Everybody lost a lot of money already.
Yep. The founder went poof.
Well, I think that's an interesting thing that's going to happen. A lot of these, they're stealing a name from something, so you're taking it's copyright infringement. How do you stop something like that?
Can't. You know, that's the thing, right? Blockchain is kind of unstoppable. You know, it's interesting. I think people have this sense of resignation. You know, oh, it was a rug pull. Oh, I lost $1,000. It's crypto, right? Like that. People are like so, you know, used to this by now that I guess it's, you know, it's not even news. It's kind of interesting. Yeah.
Well, as people are still getting hurt by it, they're seeing the hype, they're seeing the show, and they're thinking, ooh, this is real because it said Squid Games, and I watched the TV show, and they're not doing the homework and realize, oh, it's fake.
Yeah.
But they're doing it on somebody else's blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
As a blockchain creator, how would you handle something like that? I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. It's like somebody creates a scam token on your blockchain, but it's so quick. It's a tough situation.
I don't think you know, blockchain creators bear responsibility for, you know, the content. It's up to each individual person, right? And look, if you want to take responsibility for your finances, you take responsibility for your finances, right? Like this is all or nothing, right? So if you say I'm anti-bank, I'm anti-Fed, I'm anti-SEC, you got to own that, right? That's your responsibility. So So I think that's, that is the new world. But people don't care because they're 100xing on all these other things, and so, I lost $1,000 here, but I made $10,000 over there. They don't really care.
I'm just playing devil's advocate because I always go back to the story of when you had the torrent sharing.
Napster and all these other things.
When you had Napster, I always go back to the Napster situation. Those guys were the ones that would get in trouble, but they were the creator, but they didn't tell people to put illegal stuff up there or stolen things. I think it's an interesting thing, and I could see somebody like Gary Gensler trying to find ways to regulate things like this, and then putting you to blame for a scam artist because it's trying to be everybody's daddy.
Napster's problem was that it was centralized, so they lost on that. This is all now in the hands of the people.
Keith, any input?
Regulate all you want.
No, your boy Gensler was in the news today with Yellen. I did read a few articles that they had come out and sort of gave tacit appreciation for stable coins, and then quickly followed it up with, but we're going to regulate them all. We're just going to bring them into the fold. So it's kind of curious, on the one hand, kind of understanding they have a role to play and could be good for society. And on the other hand, but we're going to roll it all up. So
what do you think about that with Yellen coming out, Janet Yellen talking about taxing unrealized capital gains?
Nah, I ain't going anywhere, man. That is dead in the water. Dead. No chance. Goose egg.
Nope. Nobody's going to that.
I know, but it's still shocking that somebody at that level would even make a comment like that. Is it because she's trying to bring out something really crazy because she wants this right here and knows everybody will settle for B? So let's say something over here really crazy to get this. Why would she even say something like that?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? You're gonna mark to market your house every year? Like, come on. There's no freaking way. No.
Yeah, how does that work? You end up paying taxes this year because it goes up?
Yeah. And when it goes down, do I get my money back? Do I get a refund? No, of course not.
Look at the capital gains you'd have on Ethereum mining already.
Yeah. Right? That would be crazy, right? You gotta. It's not. That'll never see the light.
I'm just here stirring the pot, guys. I'm just here.
Yeah, I am worried about the infrastructure bill. I know they're getting closer, and they never got that crypto exchange out of there.
Yeah, that was by really somebody. It had nothing to do with that. The guy that actually voted it in, he was trying to get even with something else.
Yeah.
And that was just the victim.
And he never got his quid pro quo, which is kind of sad on top of it, right? He screwed somebody. He didn't get anything back, and then it just passes because these people don't know what they're talking about. I don't know. It hasn't passed.
So there's a lot of talk this week about Ethereum, and I'm watching all these different guys do what they predict it's going to go to, trying to do their chart analysis. I hear one saying 50,000, another one saying 11,000, and the lowest short term is 5,000. With Ethereum gas fees as high as they are, could you see it going over 5,000? I almost feel like the gas fees would just get worse.
No, 5,000 is it. That's the problem. Is they have, I had a great conversation with one of our key stakeholders in Dynamo this afternoon, and we're in the process of implementing smart contracts, and there's all the kinds of economics around smart contracts, and how do you, his main concern was how do you avoid the pitfalls of success, right? So if you price your execution fee in the native currency, and the native currency against fiat goes up, right? Then you're screwed. It becomes then you end up being a victim of your own success. So the thought is, and this is what we agreed on, that we'll build a mutable pricing schedule. So we'll set it very low in the beginning, but it'll be a pricing table, and the pricing table will be able to be changed over time, so that as the price of Dynamo appreciates against fiat, we can lower the gas price to keep it, in line with whatever, to make it affordable, basically. So I think that's that's super important to have, to plan those things up front, to think about those things. Because who in Ethereum Foundation 6 years ago thought that it was going to be $4,000, right, when it was $2, right? Like, these guys never imagined in their wildest dreams. They said, oh yeah, 21,000 Gwei, that's fine, right? Like, let's charge that. Oh, now it's $180 to send coins. Like, that's untenable.
The world of crypto, the way it's going right now, Ethereum could be $1 trillion market cap alone.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
And Joe just left the building, everybody.
Somebody didn't like the $1 trillion market cap alone.
I tell you, yeah, there is it feels like there's a bit of a glass ceiling on Ethereum. And yeah, if you look in May of this year, you were at 4,000. And since May, it's kind of, lived in a bit of a range. So.
Yeah. I don't think it's 5,000 is my December target. I don't think it's more than that.
So jump back to the Dynamo discussion. Are those rate changes going to be set to trigger automatically as certain conditions are met, or is that going to be like a community governance issue?
Yeah, we talked about both of those things. So the first thing is you could have as an oracle, and the oracle goes out to all of our trading exchanges and looks at the price and then repegs it, maybe like every 3 months or something like that. So as the 90-day average price appreciates, the gas price automatically goes down. The problem that I have with oracles is they're centralized, right? The oracle has to run on a server somewhere, and somebody has to own that server, and somebody has to maintain that server, and it's centralized, right? So I just don't like those things. So then we talked about, again, also, as you said, community-based. And we're working on community-based voting, so on-chain voting, so that people who hold Dynamo coins can vote on a proposition. And so there was the thought that every quarter there would be a new vote on the pricing table. What's the cost to execute this opcode or to send coins or to store data? And anybody that was a holder of Dynamo would be able to vote on that. Say, I think it should be 100 or 1 or whatever else, and so then the community could decide how to deflate those things. Yeah, we talked about both.
I'm glad you did, because all the discussions being had as of late, with specific reference to all the gaming integration. Yeah, I do see a lot of activity coming, and making sure that it's positioned intelligently or as best as we can for it for long-term success is very, very wise.
Yeah, I think and his point was, look, we only have 70 or 80 miners right now. We've only got 2 exchanges. It's easy now, right? Mm-hmm. When we get a lot of adoption, it's going to be much harder to put these kind of changes through. So make it as flexible as possible now. Get your foundation solid. So. Yeah, I'll be coming up with some kind of white paper on that in the next couple of days, and then I'll start working on this.
Got it.
No, we didn't say we want to cut it short, so.
Yeah, it's so funny. He just sent a text saying computer just zeroed out. Okay. Oh, well, okay. Well, he is on the side of the road, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Good. All right.
That's funny. That's one way to make an exit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my. All right. Yeah, that's really interesting stuff. We should pick up on that more later.
Yep. Yeah, I'll do I was going to upload the weekly status now that I'm fully recovered. I was going to do it tonight, but actually I think I'm going to do it tomorrow night, just because I don't want to have like back-to-back uploads on YouTube. I think it's maybe better spaced out from like a viewership standpoint. So I have it all prepared, but I'll just upload it tomorrow night. I'll include some details on the smart contracts, and we'll have a working demo of our piles of trials tomorrow. I'll post some binaries. Be a soft launch. We don't want to do too much. Just get 5 or 6 people in there, walking around. Make sure the server doesn't crash, which it probably will. So we'll do just a little soft one. Yeah.
A little more optimism, Sean. A little more optimism.
It's all quick to market, but maybe Wednesday we can do a live stream of walking around.
Yeah, that'd be great. Wednesday, possibly Wednesday, but Friday for sure. I think it would be really, really great to kind of show it all live and people walking around in the aisle.
Definitely. Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm glad you got the ILO trials update. I thought that was really important before we sign off. But I guess we'll say goodnight, everybody.
Yeah. Cool. I don't know how to end this. I guess we'll just
I don't know. All right. Good night. We'll see you Wednesday.